Hey guys, how's it going? It's Zach here. So welcome to the Stanley Parable. Um, this is a game made by the Half-Life 2 engine, so it's gonna look like Half-Life 2 kind of. So let's do a new game, start new game. Um, and yeah, this is a free download. I will leave the link down below, and let's get started.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor next to his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Wow.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Best job ever.
Others might have considered it soul-rending. Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
That's the best job ever, honestly. Wow, I would love to
And
have
then
that
one
job.
day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Never.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on a monitor for him to follow.
Oh no.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Very clearly.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and walked out into the hallway.
Oh man. Let me turn on this volume actually. Not sure how. Yeah, that's pretty loud. Alright, there we go. So I guess I can't jump. Can I take stuff? Nope. Okay, let's go.
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers.
Okay.
He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others.
So I'm a follower.
The thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
So I'm a follower.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Wait. What would happen if I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm wondering what would happen if I entered the right door now. Kind of curious. Ooh.
As Stanley entered the lounge, he was horrified to find not a single person here. He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would find an answer there.
Look at these schematics. Popular scientist. Look at these schematics. What do they mean? Look at it. Okay. Let's go see my boss. Hello? Anybody here?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs. Is this like a game of choice? Like life or death? So if I go up there, I'll live. But if I'm gonna go down here. Screw it. I'm a rebel.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
What?
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, of admitting that he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, was it really worth taking that risk? All because he believed everyone had disappeared? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. Everyone I know simply vanishing out of the blue, there's almost no other explanation for it. And a nagging fear began to creep up in his mind.
Okay.
Questions that had been there all along. He just hadn't put his finger on them yet. For example,
Am I going in a circle?
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
I am.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Hey!
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Was he just walking around in circles? Where am I, he thought. And the more he found himself unable to answer these questions, the more questions continued to arise, until he came to the issue that had been slowly boiling until he could ignore it no longer.
Can I get out of this?
Why is there a voice in my head, dictating everything
Get out
that
of
I'm
here.
doing and thinking? Suddenly, every door slammed shut. No, Stanley screamed. I need to get out of here. I need to know that there's something out there.
Aww.
I need to know it's not just all in my head.
What?
He screamed and clutched at his skull as the voice grew harsher and the music in the background rose higher and higher.
Get out of here.
And then, moments before collapsing to the ground, Stanley clenched his fists and screamed to anyone who might be listening, I'm not real! I'm not real! Don't believe any of it! None of it's real! And then everything went black.
What? Oh, okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She got dressed,
What?
went to work, clocked in, clocked out, and then she walked home. But her walk on this day was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Moments after seeing him, she would turn, run to the nearest police station, and call for an ambulance. But for just a few brief seconds, she merely stood there.
Okay, this is a weird...
The tragedy was not the death of a single person.
So I died.
It was that she would never know this man's story, never hear in his own words what had happened to him, or what he believed had happened to him. For to know these things would be to exist inside the head of the man himself. So all she could do was observe.
Go call the police, there's a dead man on the sidewalk!
But Mariella had places to be, and people to meet with, very important people, whose impressions of her would affect her career and indeed the rest of her life.
Mariella, go
She
call the
stood
police!
there for only a moment, looking down at the body, and then she ran.
She's just standing there still, she's not running. She didn't run away! What? Oh, Davy Redden. Alright. Oh, what? So is that it? I want to go try... Alright, let's
This
just
is the story of a man.
skip this, because you guys already saw this. I want to go try and see
Stanley
what
decided
would
to go
happen.
to the staff lounge to check on his
Hold on.
co-workers. He never functioned well by himself.
I want to go see what happens if I go the other way.
From others.
In
thought
the
of
right
total
door.
Solitude was terrifying
Shut up!
to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the employee lounge, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. So he turned left at the first open door and walked back in the right direction.
What is that? An elevator? Yeah. So this way or this way? Huh. Let's go this way. YOLO!
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Wow.
ago. Maybe this is why everyone had left.
Wow!
No one wanted to be around someone as bad at listening as him.
Okay.
And since he was walking into the middle of nowhere and thus ruining the entire story,
Alright.
Stanley decided that he would punish himself. So
What?
when he came to the elevator and the doors opened, he stepped inside and pushed the button to go up.
Okay. Cool. Let's go! Let's go. Going up. Wait, I could pick down too. Okay. So I think this is kind of like Walking Dead. Kind of, where you get like multiple choices. You know? I mean, like, oh, look at that wall. Like, yeah, this is pretty cool. This might be a few episodes, actually. Hello? What's in here? What? What? What is it? What? Where am I going?
It almost perplexed Stanley that he had actually gone and stepped into this metal trap. After all, It should have been no surprise that this thing would
What?
lead him to his
No, no,
death.
no, 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 no,
But he
no, no,
thought to
no,
himself,
no,
this is
no.
simply the price to pay for ruining a perfectly good story. So he resigned and willingly accepted his fate, the inevitable end toward which he had spent so long stumbling. Farewell, Stanley.
No! Can't do this. Oh god, here we go. What?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator as
What?
he sent his subject down the conveyor belt and into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? Wait, what? Okay, I guess I'm free. Yeah, freedom! Yeah!
It's a shame, then, that for all his work, it was such a meaningless victory for the narrator. Did he really think he would accomplish anything by murdering this disposable vessel?
Maybe. Okay, what's this? Oh no.
Every possible choice Stanley could make had been designed for him long before he ever set foot here. The narrator wanted to kill him. Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start.
Is that freedom? Freedom! Freedom! Yeah!
There's no salvation for either of these two, I'm afraid. The narrator had as little power over Stanley as Stanley did over the paths that he walked.
Okay.
But listen to me.
No!
This story is not over. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and if there's choice, whatever you do, choose it. Don't let
what do I quit?
For you. Don't let time.
Oh. Is it? Okay. Do I quit the game, I guess?